Everybody, welcome back to Muck Club. Today we are at Donato's Pizza, and we are trying them out for the very first time. This is my first time ever eating at Donato's Pizza. It's a fairly new restaurant to our area. It's been in our town for a couple of years now at least, but I've just never stopped there. I don't eat a lot of fast food, or at least I didn't before I started doing this channel, or at least I didn't do it regularly. And started doing the fast food reviews on here, Muck Club. And so I've been trying a bunch of different pizza places, and I thought I'd go ahead and try this one. And so we're at Donato's Pizza on 123 3rd Street, Marietta, Ohio. And they've got some different signature pizzas that you can choose from. They've got other stuff as well. You can look them up at donatos.com to get their entire menu. And I guess not just this area, it's a national, I assume. Maybe it's just regional, but I know they've got a lot of other locations in addition to this one. Hi, Eric. Welcome to the chat. We'll discuss some of your suggestions as we go. You've been wanting me to do a new show for the channel. I'm reluctant to do that because I've just got a lot of irons in the fire, and if I try to do too much, I'm not going to do anything right. So I don't want to do too much of one thing, different things. If I do another show, I'm going to have to eliminate one of my other ones. And so it's a possibility that if you really want me to do a new show, we have to figure out first what it's going to be and how we're going to do it. And, with my situation, obviously I'll have to film it from my van, so I can't have guests here in my vehicle to do a game show sort of thing. So if we're going to do some sort of a game show, we're going to have to figure out how we're going to make that work in this type of setting. And of course, with me doing it, recording on a cell phone, doing a chat like this, we might be able to work out something like that if we think about it and maybe come up with an idea to make that work. But then again, it's going to be something where I can't capture your responses, so I'm going to have to rely on reading them in the quick chat. Because as soon as you post a chat on here, I just saw your chat on there where you had two comments. The first one said, hi, and the second one said, can we do a game show? And if I didn't remember what that second one was, it's gone. The chat disappears as soon as you say it, like 3 seconds after it comes up on the screen. So if I miss it, I don't see it. And then when I repost the video the next day, like I do, YouTube processes it overnight, and then they repost the video the next day. The chat is gone. There's no chat comments in there. And so we'll have to figure out the mechanics of it to make sure it works properly. But if enough people want a new show and don't like some of the other ones that I'm doing, I'll eliminate some of the other ones and try to work something out to where we can do something maybe at the beginning of 2026. But it's not something that I'm going to be able to start up right away. I'm not going to be able to, if I do start up a new show, it's going to take time to figure out the aesthetics of it, exactly how it's going to work. Then once we do, we're going to have to record videos ahead of time, and that takes time. Either that, or if we do it live like this, is one option. But then again, you're relying on the chat for the answers and stuff like that. And we'll think about it, and we'll try to figure out exactly how that works. When this live stream ends, I'll have YouTube process it and then repost it tomorrow. So sometime tomorrow on Monday, this will repost as a video. And if any of you guys watching this video want to see me do some sort of a game show on this, probably that has something to do with reactions, music, something along those lines, something similar to what I normally do on this channel, go ahead and post in this video, not in the chat right now when you're watching it live, but when you're watching it as a video that has been reposted by YouTube after Monday. If it's Monday or later, if it's on Sunday, I won't get your comments. But if you apply in the comments section on this video, don't like the Sunshine Show. Yeah, that's the one that you requested, so go figure. We've only done 2 episodes so far, so to be fair, we've only done 2 episodes. Give it a chance. The 3rd episode is coming up in about a week, this coming Saturday. And honestly, I just react to whatever reels I can find, and I don't see them ahead of time. So if the issue with that, the reason you don't like it, is you don't think the content that I'm reacting to is funny, I can't do anything about that. When you're reacting to something for the first time, you're reacting to whatever it is for the first time. I can't see what that content is before I react to it. So I don't know if it's going to be funny or not. And so if that's the issue, when it comes to reactions, I have to rely on you guys to send me content to react to. Like when we do the music reactions, if you, I don't want to, I want to get beyond this and come back to it later because the pizza's going to get cold. We want to do our review here before that happens and ruins the review. But anyway, when you're sending me song requests for me to react to, I'm relying on you guys. You know, what you want me to react to, you guys know what it is, but I don't until I react to it. Same thing with this, with the Sunshine Show. If you want me to react to something funny, you have to send me something funny. In the comments section on some of my videos, say this is for the Sunshine Show. Yeah, rock and roll, Cubby C, the twist. Let's see, Cubby C. You mean Chubby Checker. I think that's the name, Chubby Checker, the twist. So those requests, put those in comments. Because once it pops up like here, like I say on the chat, they disappear. So when I'm going back later and looking for song requests, I can't get them off the chat. The chat's gone. YouTube doesn't save the chats. But anyway, if you guys want to see me react to something funny on the Sunshine Show, then send me YouTube links to funny videos. Preferably like a 20-minute or longer reel of short clips. Each clip can be like 5-10 seconds long, 3 or 4 seconds long, whatever. But a whole bunch of them in one video. That way I can just react to the whole thing straight through and record it. And that way I'm reacting to content that you think is funny and that's going to make me laugh. Anyway, if enough of you guys want me to do a new show, some sort of a game show, like I said on this video, once it's a video and not a live stream, comment in the comments section, not in the chat, but in the comments section, your ideas on how we could make a game show work with this type of atmosphere, where I'm recording it on a cell phone in the driver's side seat of a van. Okay? With maybe you guys as contestants joining in live or something like that. I don't know. Put your comments and suggestions. And if we can figure out some way to do it, then we'll try to work out something. Because Eric's going crazy here, wanting me to do that. And so I want to try it, but I don't know how it's going to work. And I'm not going to try it if I have no clue how it's going to work in the first place. That's like saying, okay, I'm going to create a new show, but not know what the show is. You can't. You can't create a show until you know what that new show is. Okay? Makes sense? All right. So let's go ahead and get to Donato's. Donato's has different items. They've got your typical stuff like you get in the pizza places. You've got your standard pizzas, you've got your specialty pizzas, you got your sandwiches, subs, salads, your desserts, your drinks, all that kind of stuff they've got. But as far as their signature pizzas, they've got the Works Pizza, which is what I got today. They've got a Serious Meat Pizza, a Founder's Favorite, and I need to try that sometime. I didn't try it today because it's got banana peppers on it, and I'm not a huge fan of banana peppers, so I'm passing on that. The Light Side Reaction at Home game show. Okay, how would we do that at home? Would that be me at home or you guys at home joining in from your home? If it's me at home, it won't work. I have to do it from the van. But if it's you guys, the contestants from home, that means it's a call-in sort of thing to where it might be in the chat. If it's live stream, you might be able to work that out. Other than that, I don't know. Unless you're doing a live stream, you have to do it live. Okay, we'll think about that. Okay, also, Donato's, they've got the Founder's Favorite, you and us. Okay, me and you guys. Let's hold off this conversation, Eric. Thank you for it, but let's hold off till after we do the food review. Because like I said, the food's going to get cold, and then I'm going to think it's horrible, and I'm going to give them a bad review. But they've got a very veggie pizza, a mariachi chicken pizza, mariachi beef and something pizza, but the title runs off the screen, hot and honey pepperoni, hot chicken pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and I haven't done any Hawaiian pizzas on this channel, so I'm going to have to try that sometime. Chicken spinach mozzarella pizza, a classic trio, an ultimate 4 cheese, and a margarita and something. Once again, the title runs off the screen, pizza. And so that's just their specialty pizzas. And also they've got a couple new ones as well. They've got a barbecue chicken pizza and a buffalo chicken pizza and a pepperoni duo pizza. And all three of those, it says here, are new on their website. So lots of stuff to choose from. I chose the works, and it includes their thin crust. You've got your choice between the different crusts. You can get your famous thin crust, a thicker, what they call a thicker crust, a hand-tossed crust, or a gluten-free cauliflower crust. That sounded interesting to me, but it looks like that only comes in the small. And I wanted a large pizza so I could have some to take home for leftovers today. So if I come back sometime, I might try that cauliflower crust pizza because it does sound interesting. But when I do, it's going to be a small pizza, and I'm going to eat it all in one sitting. And then they've got a gluten-free crust as well. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 different choices between the crusts. And the contents on top of this pizza, the works, is family recipe pepperoni and sausage, fresh cut green peppers, yellow onions, fresh mushrooms, smoked provolone, so that's a cheese, and Romano. So that's the contents, what they've got on this pizza. The total for this large pizza, 14-inch, is $20.59, plus whatever you want to offer for a tip. Since I didn't eat in store, in the state of Ohio, they don't charge you a tax for stuff that you don't eat inside the facility. So I didn't have to pay tax on that, just the tip. So $20.59, not including the tip. And I picked up the order at 1:13 p.m., and it's ready now. Right now, the time is it's 1:58 p.m. So it's been about 45 minutes since I picked it up. So it's probably cooled down a little bit now. But let's go ahead and check it out and get into it. This is the box that it comes in. Fridays are for Donato's Pizza. So that's their box it comes in. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. Oh, that is piled up. It's, let me spread this out. There we go. Look at how high those toppings are piled on there. That looks good. They sure did not skimp on these toppings. It's thick with toppings. This is about the thickest I've ever seen toppings on it, and it's a thin crust. So here's a piece of the sausage. Okay, that's a good sausage. Yes, yummy pizza. Thanks, Eric. That's a decent sausage. It's not too spicy like most sausages you get on pizza for my taste. I don't like when they use the, what they call it, Canadian bacon, which is what they call sausage in Canada. They call it bacon. And so my family's good. Thanks, Eric. But I like regular sausage, and this is kind of in between those. It's got a little bit of a tang to it, but not as much as they have on the regular, what they call Canadian sausage they normally put on pizzas that you get at most pizza places. So I do like their sausage. And it's lukewarm, but that's my fault because it took me that long to drive here and get it out and get this started. So that's not their fault that it is not piping hot. I'm sure it was when they first delivered it. So it's cut in square pieces, and I like that, the thin crust. Here's an edge piece. See there, you got sausage on it. You can see the onions there, those crisp onions. You can see pepperoni and mushroom. And look how floppy that is. That's nice. Let's try it. Okay. It's not a bad flavor. Again, I wish it was hot. But once again, that's my fault. If I didn't wait too long to eat it, I'm sure being fresh and warm would have been a plus for it. Okay, here's a piece. Here's a green pepper. Okay, that's real. It tastes good. It's another sausage. Sausage is still good. Here's a mushroom. Okay, it's your standard mushrooms. It's got a little bit of a bite to it. How do I describe that? A little bit of a fishy sort of flavor, more than usual, I think, with that you get with most mushrooms. It's a piece of pepperoni. Let's try this. Okay, I'm getting a lot of flavor from the other ingredients that picked up with it. That marinara sauce especially. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, not a lot of flavor to the pepperoni. It just tastes like it's kind of bland, which isn't an issue. I mean, it don't taste bad. It's just it doesn't have a real strong pepperoni flavor. Let's go ahead and take a bite of the pizza itself. Okay, they've got a lot of marinara on there. The sauce, you can really taste that coming through. Okay. So you can see they got a lot of marinara because it's a little bit messy. You can see I'm having to wipe it off my mouth and off my fingers. And they did give me napkins in case I needed them too. So yeah, I'm probably going to need the napkins. Let's go ahead and try one of these onions for flavor. It's a nice fresh onion. Yes, that's got good flavor to it. Okay, let's get another end piece here. Just a wee little one. This one's got a lot of marinara on it. And a piece of sausage. It's got 3 or 4 pieces of mushroom. A little bit of an onion on there. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple pieces of onion. A little piece of sausage that fell off. This is a pretty messy pizza. Not that I'm complaining. Yeah, quite a bit of marinara. Yeah, this one, let's try to take a look at the bottom. There you got this falling off. Pepperoni with that cheese. Look at all that thick cheese. Ooh, look at the bottom of that. Nice and dark. What I was saying, Eric, just a second. This is a good pizza. What I was saying is, let me start eating before we talk too much about the other issues, the stuff that we were going to discuss, and try to figure out what we're doing with the channel. Excuse me. That way, I could go ahead and do the review before the pizza gets cold. But now that we're into it, we can go ahead and ask your questions and put your comments and stuff as we go while we're finishing up. So this is a decent pizza. I like how they piled up a lot of the toppings on it. There's a ton of toppings just piled way up. That's a plus. Maybe a little bit too much marinara for my liking. I like the thin crust. It'd be nice if it didn't have quite as much flop to it, if it was just a little bit more solid. But most places, when you get the thin crust anymore, they're just like this. So it's comparable to the other thin crust pizzas the other places have, other franchises. Excuse me. The ingredients are good. I do like their sausage. What you say about rock and roll September 1. September 1st, starting tomorrow, I've uploaded my first reaction to one of the artists that's being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. And if you go to my playlist right now, you can see that the video has been uploaded, but you can't watch it until tomorrow morning. Monday morning at 10 a.m. is when it will go live. But I've already uploaded to the channel, and it's a reaction to the song Holy Water by Bad Company. And that's my first reaction to one of the artists that's being inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. So, Eric, I know you've been putting some requests in for some of those artists. There's a total, I think, of 7 artists that are being inducted this year. And so this is for all you guys. Don't put them in the chat here because, like I said, they'll disappear and I won't know what your request was. But if you have a favorite artist that's being inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, comment in my comments section on my other video. If you go back and look through my playlist of the live streams that I did, there's a live stream I did that's about 2.5 minutes long. And the title of it is something to the effect of, yeah, you requested Chris Daughtry home. I saw that. That's one of the ones I will end up doing that at some point. But he's not inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So that'll be in addition to those. I will get to it. But what was I saying? I have a video on here. It's about 2.5 minutes long. It's a live stream. So if you go to my playlists, find the live stream tab, and look down through those for the one that's about 2.5 minutes long. The title is something to the effect of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you guys get to pick. And basically what it is in the comment section on that video, I go ahead and list who the artists are, all 7 of them. And they're going to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on November the 8th. And it'll be live streamed on Disney Plus. So if you guys want to, if you got Disney Plus, you can watch it when it happens. But between now and then, I want to react to those artists performing different songs. Some of their biggest hits, maybe. Since I don't know a lot of their big hits. And so a lot of them will be new to me. So in that 2.5 minute video, in the comments section, comment which of those artists and songs that you want me to react to. Okay, Beth by Kiss. I didn't see that one. You might have to post that one, Eric, on one of my other videos. That way it's in the comments section and I'll be able to see it when I go back in. I'm looking for these requests to actually, when I do start doing reactions. Because like I said, you put your requests here in this chat and it's not going to do any good because I'm probably going to forget that you even requested it because it's not there for me to bring up again. But anyway, go to that video and put in your song requests. Anyway, that's what that was all about. And tomorrow will be the first one of those reactions that I'm uploading. And so be sure to check that out. I'll go ahead and tell you right now what I've got coming up. If I can find it here. Where's my list? I just had it a few minutes ago. There it is. Okay. This past week, and again, once again, it's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. that I do an episode of the Lightside Music Reactions. This past week, we reacted to Hilltop Hoods singing Shredding the Balloon. And then we have Austin by Dasha. And that was a request from Eric. And then we had Yeah, Yeah, Yeah by Kix. Starting tomorrow, we have Bad Company performing a live version of Holy Water. And that'll be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. That goes live. On Wednesday, we've got Kate Jameson and Richard Marx doing a duet of Right Here Waiting. The Richard Marx classic. I love that song. I saw your comment, Eric, that you love that song too. I do too. But this is a live version. It's from The Voice Australia 2025, so it's pretty recent. And apparently Richard Marx is a judge on that show, and I didn't know that. But they had a contestant, Kate Jameson, that came on and auditioned with his song, Right Here Waiting. And so about halfway through, they stopped her, and Richard said, "Can I come up and sing that with you?" And she said, "Heck yeah." So he went up and they finished it out as a duet. And so I'm going to be reacting to that on Wednesday, so check that out. And then on Friday, I react to You Lie by Reba McEntire. That's another request from Eric. So that's coming up on, let's see, Monday is Kate Jameson and Richard Marx. No. Tomorrow's, wait. Bad Company, Holy Water. Did I already upload that one? Was that yesterday's? Or Fridays? Okay. I'm not sure. But anyway, we've got Bad Company, Holy Water. If it's not up yet, it's going up. But we've got Kate Jameson and Richard Marx Right Here Waiting. We've got Reba McEntire, You Lie. And then we've got Marvin and Dina Clark Family, which is a local, regional, Southern gospel group, performing their version of a song called Thanks, that the husband of the family, Marvin, he wrote the song. It's a beautiful song. Definitely check that out. I think you guys will like it. And then next week we got Randy Travis performing Angels. That's another request. And we've got another couple songs that we're reacting to as well, but I don't have those written down in my book yet. So that's what we got coming up on the Lightside Music Reactions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. All right, let's go ahead and try another piece of this pizza. Okay, these are cut into long, see, they're not squares, they're rectangles. So it's like half a square, basically, is what each one is. A lot of toppings on this. I like that. The onions are good. The onions are very good. And they really stand out, I think, as the best flavor on this. That really stands out as being a fresh item, like a garden fresh item that tastes fresh and really pops with flavor. That's the onions. The green peppers, also, you just eat it on the pizza and it doesn't really stand out like the onions do. But when you eat it by itself, you can tell that quality and the flavor. It's really good. I guess that's one of the drawbacks of getting all the toppings. I like they do that because I do like a lot of toppings. But at the same time, you kind of lose some of the flavor of some of the other toppings. Some of them you taste more and some you taste less. And but when you eat that by itself, it's very good. Very fresh. Tastes like it's straight from the garden, and not something that's, been processed and, bought from a grocery store and then, just willy-nilly thrown on the pizza. And I do like the flavor of their sausages. The pepperoni really doesn't have a lot of flavor, so I'm a little bit disappointed in the pepperoni, but you really don't notice it when you're eating the whole pizza. In fact, the pizza itself doesn't have much of a pepperoni flavor, but you got a lot of that marinara flavor on it, which kind of replaces the pepperoni flavor you got. They got a ton of pepperoni on here. It's just the pepperonis themselves don't have a lot of flavor to them. The cheese, is pretty standard. It's not bad, but once again, with all the other ingredients, the cheese doesn't really stand out. And that may just be because there's so many ingredients on there, like I said, that drowned out the other flavors. So you got your little pieces that fall off. So kind of gathering those up. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take one more piece off of here. And then I'm going to take the rest home. And I got about 3/4 of a pizza left. I'm going to take it home and warm it up. Because eating it cold like this, it just doesn't have, or lukewarm, doesn't have the same effect. So I'm sure I'm going to go ahead, take it home and reheat it. And I'm sure it'll have a little bit better flavor. And they do give you instructions on the box how to reheat it in your oven. So if you're not used to reheating pizzas, if you order one, take it home in a box, they've got instructions on how to do that. Once again, see that bright red on there, the marinara. Very heavy on the marinara, maybe a little bit too much. And that's it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I hate to do this. Right now it feels like a 6.5. And that's not bad. But I have a feeling that if this is warm, it would be better. So keep that in mind. This 6.5 that I'm giving it right now is based on it being lukewarm, which isn't their fault, it's mine. By the time I got the live stream up and going, and then started actually eating it, it had been 45 minutes since I picked it up. So I apologize for that. So based on what I've got here, a lukewarm pizza, I'm going to say 6.5. But I am willing to bet that if I had just eaten it right out of the box, as soon as I picked it up, hadn't had to drive, half an hour to find some place to park and get it up, start uploading the live stream and everything, I have a feeling that it would easily be a 7 or a 7.5. So, go figure. That's my fault. I apologize. Hopefully in the future I won't run into that same issue. But it's definitely it's a good pizza. A lot of the ingredients had really good flavor on it. A little bit too much marinara for me. That's my only drawback, and couldn't really taste the pepperoni. The pepperoni doesn't have flavor to it like most pepperonis do that you get. It's just kind of flat tasting. Other than the pepperoni and the marinara, all the other ingredients tasted good. And those didn't taste bad, the marinara and the pepperoni. Just too much marinara made it sloppy and distracted from the other ingredients, including the pepperoni, I think. But even when I tried to eat that pepperoni by itself, I couldn't really make out any particular flavor from it. So, other than that, the other ingredients tasted really good. I like the way they cut it. I like the thin crust. Um, so good pizza for $20 and change. So the price is competitive as well. Maybe a little bit more than a couple other places, $1 or two, but it's competitive. It's comparative. So definitely check it out if you guys are interested in it. That's Donato's Pizza. Donatos.com. Donatos. That's my review. And any last questions or comments, go ahead and pop them up now. And then here in a minute or so, we're going to go ahead and end the live stream, unless you guys bring up something that we want to have conversation about. But Eric, once again, was wanting me to do some sort of a game show on the channel. Let's think about this for a second. Okay, if I were to do some sort of game show, I do want it to be something to do with reactions, because that's the theme of the channel. Everything on this channel should have something to do with reactions, I think. Except for my conversations show, which basically I interview people on it. But we can almost do this, something similar to that. But the only problem is getting contestants. I may have to do some experimenting with my live stream and live streaming with guests. Because right now I know I can live stream with two people at the same time, me and one other person. I've never live streamed on YouTube with more than one guest. But if we were to arrange ahead of time when we were going to record a live stream, and maybe not broadcast it live, but have it just be a private live stream with the guests having a special code where you can join in. So basically you got me and say 3 other guests. Those will be the 3 competitors among you guys, live callers. All 4 of us would be on at the same time, and we would have some sort of a thing where I ask questions, and we'd have to figure out how. I assume with that sort of thing, you could have a chat thing where you can type in at the same time as you're streaming. I don't know. Maybe not, because right now, I can't do Family Feud. That's copyrighted. That's another show. You can't steal somebody else's show. You'll get arrested. It has to be something that we create. I'm really going to have to think about this, because right now on my screen, as I'm looking at it, there isn't a place for me to type in comments and stuff. So I imagine if you guys were to join in, you couldn't be able to hit a button and it would pop up and say, okay, contestant number 2, hit the button first, sort of thing. So we'd have to figure out some way, the logistics of this, how we could register or maybe we could just take turns. Flip a coin sort of thing. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll come up with something. But if you guys have any ideas on how we could get something like that to work, if you guys have done any live streams like that with multiple guests, comment in the comments section of this video how it worked for you, and if doing it. I know some streamers, they do it on a computer, on a laptop or something like that. And that's a completely different setup. You got when you do it on a cell phone like I'm doing, the format is completely different, because the controls are completely different. The Match James copyrighted, Eric. I can't do copyrighted games. I can't, it's illegal. We have to create our own game. But yeah, what was I saying? That's how you know you're getting old. You lose your train of thought. But yeah, I'll think about it, and we'll try to figure out the logistics of how we can get it to work. But yeah, I know what I was saying. On a cell phone, you don't have the same controls as you do on a laptop computer. I know some people, they record on their computer, the desktop computer at home or a laptop. They do it in a fancy studio, and they've got a computer who pops up, that pops up and shows you your stream, and you can bring it back up, and you can see all the comments on it, and you can even show them on the screen to where the people watching can see them. I can't do that on this. It's on a cell phone. It doesn't give me that option. So, it doesn't even give me the option to save those comments that you guys are commenting in the chat, because it just disappears forever. Once you make those comments, it pops up on the screen, and it stays up for a second or two, and then it just fades away and disappears. It's gone. It's gone forever. And when the YouTube reposts it as a video, those comments are all gone. They disappear. So I don't know how to get those to come up. See, that would be boring for people watching it that aren't contestants, because they wouldn't be able to see you guys' answers that you type in. But then again, if we're doing a live stream together with like the 4 boxes in the window, kind of like you do with your chats that you do. I remember during the pandemic, everybody was doing those chat sort of things. You had the little box. Who wants a willow? What's a willow? WILLO. Who wants a willow? What is that? But anyway, I've never heard of that. But anyway, yeah, if we're doing it like that, where it pops up with the boxes, that could be interesting for viewers, because they can see the contestants, they can hear what they say as the comments. So that's probably how we would have to do something like that, is to have it be a call-in chat. We would get our contestants ahead of time and say, such and such a date, such and such a time, we're going to do the show. And I'll send you a code, a link. You click on that link, and it'll let you join the chat. And when it does, we'll be recording, and we'll play the game, 30 minutes or so. And when the game's over, we'll save it. I'll go back and do edits or whatever we have to, and then upload it later with our special bells and whistles and stuff to make it interesting for the viewers. And also, what kind of prizes could we give out for something like that? You get points for your answers or something. I don't know. It's interesting to think about. I'd like to be able to do something like that, but once again, the logistics of doing it, once again, me doing it from here in a van or maybe my office or something, but still it's going to be on a cell phone, so we're limited by how we can do it. Who wants $1 million? I can't give away $1 million, sorry. But who wants to be a millionaire? Once again, Eric, you're suggesting this third time, you suggested something that's copyrighted. It's a show that already exists. We can't do it. I'll get arrested. I'll go to prison. You cannot do our own versions of somebody else's show. It has to be original, something we create. Anyway, we're 43 minutes in, over 43 minutes, 43 and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for today. But it's been a good live stream today. I enjoyed the review, and I enjoyed chatting with you guys and coming up with ideas off the top of our heads. I'll mull this over and come up with some ideas. And if you guys, once again, if you have ideas, go ahead and comment them. And I'll take you guys' suggestions into consideration as I'm figuring out how to do this. And if it seems like it's something that's doable, then maybe the beginning of the year, or maybe after we reach a certain amount of subscribers or something like that, maybe something we could do when we reach 1,000 subscribers would be a good goal. So that reminds me, we've got over 500 subscribers now, so we're quickly moving on toward 1,000. So help me reach 1,000 subscribers by liking my videos. Subscribe yourself if you're not already subscribed. Turn on notifications so you know whenever we add new content. And then share my channel with your friends. Tell them, hey, there's this cool channel over there that reacts to music 3 days a week. On Sunday afternoons, he does food reviews and a live stream to where he listens to you guys comment, listens to us. And so we can join the chat and speak our mind, tell him what we want, and give him our song requests and stuff like that. Go check it out. And that way we can spread the word and build up this channel's audience. And I'm going to set that for our goal. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, I will definitely by then do a new show if it's doable. I may do it in the meantime if we come up with some way to do it before I reach 1,000 subscribers. That's doable. Once again, then what is Jesus Game Show? What is Jesus Game Show? What is Jesus? Okay. I'm not sure what exactly you mean by that, but I'm assuming that in general you're wanting some sort of game show that has like a religious theme. You come up with some more ideas, some specifics on what that would look like. What Bible trivia or Christian songs, something like that. Name that Bible Christian tune sort of thing. But then once we get into that, we might. I like that idea. Kind of like a sort of a what's that show they used to have? I really enjoyed it. It was Name That Tune. Remember that from the 90s? They would play like I can name that tune in 3 notes, or I can name it in 2 notes, and then whoever can name it in the shortest amount of notes, and then they end up playing the simplest song. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to get it down to so many notes, but maybe so many seconds, sort of thing. But something similar to that, to where we incorporate music into it. But the thing is, what is a 10 Commandments game show? That's just one question. That's not going to last very long. That's just one question. You have to have a theme. that would be like 30 seconds and the show's over. But thank you for the suggestions, though. That's something we could incorporate into it. If it's a Bible trivia question, we could say name the 10 Commandments. That could be one of the questions. But you can't base the entire show on that one question. But anyway, like with the music sort of thing, you're getting into the issue of possible copyright strikes and stuff if you use too much music. Or, so that's an issue too. But anyway, something to think about. And Eric, you've been putting in a lot of suggestions and comments on here, so thank you. Some of those will actually be helpful when I'm trying to think about actually how to do this. So keep watching the channel, and if you have suggestions on this, ideas, go ahead and comment them, and we'll see what we come up with. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for today. We're 48 minutes in. And I'm going to head home. Actually, before I do, I think I might record a couple reaction videos right here. And so get those ready for the upcoming weeks. It's a nice, cool day out. The wind's blowing, and it's not too hot here. When it gets too hot, I don't want to sit in my van too long, so I don't do too many recordings. But I think today I can actually get a few of them done. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to first, I'm going to download the information I need for next week's sermon that I'm doing when I preach, and start getting prepared for that. And then I may record a couple reaction videos, some of you guys' suggestions. So keep those requests coming in, and put those in the comments section on my videos, and we'll see you next time. Have a great week. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., for a new episode of the Lightside Music Reactions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then we'll see you next Sunday, same time, same place, approximately 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for a new episode of Muck Club, where we do our food review and live stream chat. Thanks for watching. See you next time, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.